Welcome to Arizona's own Public Tinkles podcast featuring Joey Bats and Macy VT.
What it do?
Fuck LA, baby.
Hey, hold on. Let me reach
Get
reach
the
from behind me.
ceremonial broom.
Reach from behind me. Oh, I got the broom here. Get off. I got the broom. I dust off the old broom here for old time's sakes.
Yep, give her
Get
a
out of
sweep.
here, LA. I'll sweep your bitch ass out of here.
Let's go. only appropriate.
Broke the broom for the bit, but hey,
Fuck LA, though.
ain't nothing duct tape can't fix.
Amen.
Joey Bats, we haven't been on here for a minute, and that's okay. We were too busy watching the Brewers get swept. Fuck Milwaukee. Everything Milwaukee sucks. Aaron, I know you're going to be on here next week, and I know you're passionate about Wisconsin.
No one cares.
Sorry, buddy. But Milwaukee sucks. That was a restitution for 2011 Ryan Braun's cheating ass. 2012 until right about now, the Dodgers just own Arizona. We got our due. We got our justice served for when Yasiel Puig and all those, punks jumped in the pool and they were, they claimed to pee in the pool. I don't know if that's true. It might be true. Knowing them, it was true. There's a lot of things online. It's like karma is this. Is karma real? Is karma not? I think it's very real. Look what happened to all the players on that 2013 team that pissed in our pool. Yasiel Puig.
Not even in the league anymore.
I think he's in jail. Like, he owes a lot of money to the Cuban government. Like, dude, that guy's made bad choices. Matt Kemp got really fat after Rihanna dumped him. He's out of the league. I mean, he would have been 40 but by now anyway. Andre Ethier, out of the league. He's old. Clayton Kershaw, his prime ended like 3 years later. Fucking who else, dude? Man, everyone they've brought onto the team that they spend big bucks on just flatlines in the playoffs.
I mean, look
It's hilarious.
I think it combined from Freddie Freeman and Mookie. I think they went combined like 1 for 21.
Yeah, and the one hit was a bloop infield hit that Zach Gallen was just like a pubic hair late for covering first base.
Yeah, that was Freddie. Mookie Betts didn't even get on base once.
No. He didn't even get on, by a walk.
No, he didn't get on base at all.
It's all good. Dude, I'll take it. Man, we're just all kinds of emotions, dude. I'm sky high. I don't know what to think about this. I'm trying to keep cool because, now we have to face either
Probably
the
the
Phillies or the Atlanta Braves. At the time of this recording, the Phillies and Braves are currently in process, and that score is 2-1 Phillies, top of the sixth.
Philly's going to take it.
Looking like the Phillies. So it's very well could be Phillies versus Diamondbacks. And I went on a crazy rant about Philly earlier this year.
And we may have, or else, not me,
No,
you.
No, that's all me.
You might have to eat your words, Macy. But we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's just, take a second and just have fun in the champagne for a second.
I will say this, though. I do apologize to the Philadelphia Phillies themselves because they have turned their stuff around. Bryce Harper has gotten hot. The team has looked a lot better. The team has looked a lot better since the episode 3 rant or whatever episode it was. But I will not apologize to the city of Philadelphia itself. I still hate Philadelphia. You guys are being overrun by drugs and just bad fucking things. Like, get your shit together. Like, it's all who you vote for. Like, that shit's gonna start happening here too. Phoenix is turning into a,
If this is the spark for Philly, if they play us and we lose, I'm gonna blame you.
Oh yeah, they listen to our podcast. They're the whole Phillies. They're like, and there's this one guy in Phoenix. After they purposely hit Corbin Carroll twice, he got a little upset. And you know what? It's his fault.
I'm talking about that karma thing you were talking about earlier, home dog.
Hey man, I'll eat my words, and I'm rooting for the Diamondbacks, so I'm obviously gonna root for the Diamondbacks. But
Dude, you and I.
I I don't really regret saying what I said about Philly.
I know
think
you don't
that
regret
city's
saying
a piece
that,
of
you
shit.
artard.
That city's a piece of shit. I will say this though, their Eagles are looking good. The Sixers are not.
Okay, I'm done talking about fucking Philly. We're not even playing Philly yet. Let's.
I'm just excited.
Let's come back and hang out in the champagne for 10 seconds. Dude, you and I
don't drink.
Let me bring you fucking back, you jackass. You and I watched Diamondbacks games when nobody wanted to watch Diamondbacks games, and that was our thing. Like, we would watch those fucking games. Well, even besides that.
Dude, I worked there and no one would show up. Just the other team's fans would show up.
I know. I remember those days. Like, you and I, even when you didn't work there, you and I would watch the games, and we would just hope they would win. And when they would win, we'd be like, oh. Like, we'd be shocked.
Yeah.
So to come from,
Joey, I see no cap in your rap.
I know. No shit. In 2019, they had one of the worst records in baseball.
Yeah, that was my last year.
Just like the Suns, they flipped it. And now they're in the NLCS.
They're a year ahead of schedule. Like, they weren't really supposed to be messing around with the playoffs this year. But, I'll take it. NLCS for the first time since 2007. Yeah. I was in 5th grade, 2007.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't we play the Rockies?
No, I think I was in 4th grade.
Yeah, we played the Rockies. We played the Rockies and lost, and the Rockies went on to face the Dodgers.
Yeah, the Rockies swept us.
The Rockies went to face the fucking Red Sox, and they lost.
Rockies swept us, and then I think they immediately got swept, which is
because that 07, you guys came to Wrigley and beat us.
Yeah.
I had my little Dimebacks pennant. I had people flipping me off. I remember that very well, even though I was wearing a Cubs jersey.
Yeah, they're probably like, what is this?
Yeah, exactly. I was a confused kid. But regardless, obviously I'm a Cub fan first. I know I'm wearing Arizona stuff currently, but going to the amount of Diamondbacks games I've been to, I can definitely say I'm a fan of both.
He's also wearing a White Sox hat, so this guy's a mixed bag. So
thank you for that.
We don't know where he's at. I got Suns in 4 on because this has got that Suns in 4 feel a little bit. We were tired of little brother picking on us, and not little brother. We're little brother. I meant to say big brother.
We're definitely the little brother.
Tired of big brother picking on us, and we finally beat them. And we beat them at home too.
We slayed the Giant.
The crazy 3rd inning that had never happened in baseball before.
4 solo home runs.
4 home
Even
runs
though
in
Gabriel
one
Moreno's didn't count, then he came back and hit another one the next pitch.
Oh my God, that was
wild.
That is wild.
He gave him a fastball. He was a tad bit late on it. Pretty much a home run. Said no, that was foul ball. Then they gave him a hanging curveball, and he said, "Okay, I'll do it again.
I know
whatever.
This one,
ball don't lie." And bye. There it went, and Dodgers fans just were like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
The moment they died was you can see it on Lance Lynn's face. He's just looking back at that 4th, and he's just like, "Oh shit."
He's looking at the camera like,
"I'm gonna be out of baseball next year." I wonder. Speaking of which,
that's
how
his
many
last game. That has to be his last
of those guys that are in that Dodger clubhouse?
That's going to be a totally different team next year.
Not going to be there next year. Like Dave Robinson, Max Muncy, Bonquiqui Hernandez.
They're not. He's not going to.
Kershaw. I mean, dude, there's so many guys on that team right now that I'm like, I don't know if we'll see him in a Dodger uniform next year.
Jay Hay's gone.
Has to be, bro. He's so bad. Again, his defense is amazing, but he can't get on fucking base. And this is the exact same problem we had when he was with the Cubs.
Yeah.
I hated him forever because when he was on the Cardinals before he came to the Cubs, you could not keep him off base paths.
Right.
I was like, fuck. Then he came to us, and I was like, yes, and he just never came back with his hitting. And I was just like, this guy's fucking worthless. So when he went to L.A., I was like, yes, sir.
Gore.
I mean, shoot, even J.D. Martinez.
Yeah, he's not going to be there. I heard that Tampa Bay might throw some money his way. Which,
Well, after that first round exit. But I will say, to the Rays' point, they were injured.
Yeah, the Rays and Wander Franco.
Yeah, that kind of derailed them. You know what team honestly disappointed me a lot? The Orioles. The O's.
They do get that their young pass.
Yes, but they still disappointed me. I mean, they look
they got
like
swept. They got swept.
They look like they. I know that was their first. A lot of those. That was a decent amount of guys' first taste of the postseason, so they were obviously a bit nervous. But I mean, you had an amazing year. And again, I know October's different, so I can't give them too much shit because again, I've never played in October. But
or any month.
Or in the big, yeah, you're correct. But regardless, I mean, like, you guys play that well and then you just don't do anything?
Yeah.
It's just
sad.
sad.
I've seen the exact same thing happened to the Dodgers. Happened to
I know.
my
I've
favorite
seen,
teams.
trust me,
It's
the
brutal.
it's the wild card thing, dude. It happens every single year. The wild card teams get hot because they play first, and the other teams just get to sit there and rest for a while, and then they have to amp back up while the guys who are already playing the wild card are already amped up. I mean, shit, back in the day, it used to be just they play one game, and now they have a whole series, which I kind of like it, honestly, just because, like,
It's more baseball.
well, of course, it's more baseball, but it's just like, just because you're good on that night doesn't mean you're the best team. You're just good on that night, Obviously, if you get swept, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
But
I mean, a 2 out of 3 is a better opportunity to show, like, okay, yeah, this team's clearly better.
yeah, not
And
oh hey, you won.
If the Brewers had beaten the Diamondbacks, the Dodgers would have swept the Brewers.
Yeah, I know for sure.
Like, there's no doubt about it.
Well, I told you this in the very beginning of this. I don't think I said on the podcast, but I might have. But regardless, if they had to face Milwaukee first, I was like, we have a decent chance of winning because I know the Brewers. I watch them way too much. Now, if we have to face Philly in Philly, we're not going to win. And obviously, we played Milwaukee, and I already knew what was going to happen. I won't lie to you. That first game where Milwaukee went up 2-0, and I was like, all right, well, just kidding. I'm a moron.
Oh, dude, that's what I texted you. I was like, hey, this isn't our year.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. I went to practice. All of a sudden, I get to practice, and we're up 3-2. And I'm like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah. As soon as I see that Corbin Carroll hit a home run and then Cattell hit a back-to-back home run, was that to take the lead or
I don't remember. I wasn't
whatever
watching
happened?
that.
Whatever Cattell Marte's home run did in that first game versus the Brewers, I texted Joey. I was like, never mind. I'm a fish. This is our year.
Yeah, and they haven't been able. I mean, not that they haven't been able to, but they've been just murdering the ball since. I mean, it's amazing to see how far our bullpens come too, because our bullpen was the worst part,
dude.
And now it
That's
doesn't
what
look
makes
half bad.
That's what makes me think we have a better chance against the Phillies than people are giving.
But you
us
know what
credit
makes
for.
me angry though is
Honestly.
that they pulled. I'm gonna say his name wrong just because I like saying it like that. Fadaft.
No.
They
Brandon
pulled
Pfaadt.
him, or Torrey pulled him too early, in my opinion. He gave up 2 hits, and the last hit was just a single. And then he gets pulled. He didn't even have 50 pitches, I'm pretty sure.
I think if it
I know in
was,
the long run it's good because you want to save your pitcher, but it's like, dude, he's just
no,
killing it.
It wasn't that. It was all matchups. Like, there was a runner on second and first, and I think there was a lefty coming to the plate, and so they brought in that one fucking guy with the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Or am I thinking of a different pitcher?
I think it's someone else.
Who'd he bring in? It wasn't Thompson. He came in later.
No, wasn't it the sidearm dude?
That's Thompson.
No.
Dude.
Isn't it like Sal Frank or something he put in?
Okay, then it was the lefty. He got out in like one pitch.
Yeah.
So they brought in that guy.
Not Ginkle.
And-
Ginkle was before Seawald.
Yeah, he's the 8th inning guy.
He got out of it too.
Miguel Castro hasn't pitched since
good.
game 1 when he gave up some runs.
Good.
Yeah.
Again, I don't like Miguel Castro. I mean, you and I have been to
No.
a couple games this season where he's blown leads.
He's pretty bad.
He almost lost us the game where he went to the Phillies game.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Roger Clemens.
If it wasn't for him, I don't think JT Realmuto hits for the cycle.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, Roger Clemens' kid almost took the lead off of us. Thank God that ball went foul.
What a world.
And then he strike him out on the next pitch. But even then, I was like, dude.
I wonder if
And that was the only game we won that series.
Yeah, I mean, Philly is really good, but
You know what scares me the
back
most?
then, our bullpen was just terrible.
Horrible.
And since September 1st until now, like we haven't given up many runs. Like, why do we look like an elite bullpen?
Had the knock.
It's crazy.
Because when you get hot at the right time, it happens.
I know.
That's baseball.
I mean,
That's beautiful.
I know why, but it's just
It's crazy. No,
weird.
dude, it's crazy the turnaround because you and I talked obviously all season about the Diamondbacks specifically and how
Pacific.
Yeah, specifically how they just can't pitch. Our fucking lineup looks great, but we just cannot figure out the pitching part. And right now, I mean, I'm going to assume it's going to be Gallon game 1.
I think
Either
if
it'll
it
be
lines
Merle
up,
Kelly or it'll be Gallon.
I think it'll line up that way. I don't know.
Regardless, that's
It makes sense.
the only thing I worry about Philly is their lineup because just like the Dodgers, their lineup is stacked from the top to pretty much the bottom.
Yeah, but great pitching always beats good hitting.
Always.
Always.
But I was just like,
I said great beats good.
The only thing I'm real worried about, and you're probably going to laugh, is a really tragic event happening while that game's happening, and Nick Castellanos hits like a fucking grand slam or something, and then we're like triple fucked.
So, okay, so we're hoping for no more terrorist attacks during baseball games.
During Diamondbacks playing the Phillies, or whenever the Phillies play.
Okay, so can something bad happen to Nick Castellanos instead? Is that how we reverse this jinx?
I have no idea. But
dude, it was funny at that Phillies game we went to. We were just joking. We were sitting around and we were like, and we were pretending to do play-by-play. We were like, and notes have been passed along from our media team here to the broadcast booth. Unfortunate news coming out of Siberia that 7 Turkish planes have been shot down as there's a deep line drive to center field and Nick Castellanos is hit for a double. Like, it timed out so perfectly. I was like, dude, I was kidding. Like,
yeah, and he just whacked a double. I'm just like, dude, he could hear it.
Man. Dude, I'm just excited. Actually, I'm the opposite of excited, but I'm also excited, if that makes sense.
I want to get excited.
The playoff beard lasts, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It's still here, this itchy, ugly piece of work that I got on my chin.
I definitely think that we match up well against the Phillies if the Phillies win. But honestly, I'd be more comfortable right now facing Atlanta than Philly. But even Philly, I'm still like, bring it a little. I'm not going to talk shit because
that's my job.
It's just I know where this goes. I've watched Arizona sports for a long time.
Yeah, that's why I'm enjoying it.
I will say this though.
Dude, there's like something in my nose.
But dude, you know what's crazy though is like it's not even a year for us where it's like, oh yeah, we get to the World Series, we're gonna win it. It's like, okay, if you beat the Phillies,
it's getting harder.
You're gonna grind. And if you somehow make it past that, then you have the Astros again, more than likely.
We took
Good
2 of 3
luck
from Atlanta in their home this year. I thought it was a sweep originally, but I looked it up. It was 2 of 3. And then I think we got swept by Texas. And then Houston, obviously. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Texas. We got swept by Texas. And we got demolished by Houston.
The Astros.
And it was when Houston needed to win.
Yep.
So that's Houston firing on all cylinders. That's what we're going to get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
The Astros haven't stopped. I mean, I know they lost one game to
Minnesota.
But it's just, I mean, here's the deal. I mean, obviously, I know I'm getting too far ahead of myself, but this is just how I am. I mean, whether you have to face...
Oh, there's only 4 possibilities.
Whether you face Texas or you have to face Houston, it's just like...
Who do you go with?
I'd rather face Texas.
Just because
their pitching's not as scary as Astros is, or as the Astros. And I can handle somewhat their lineup a tiny bit better right now than Houston's. Houston's on a tear. I mean, I know Texas is technically on a tear too because they also have not lost. Whoever wins the Texas Astros series is probably going to end up winning the whole thing.
Probably.
Because those two right now are on a level that I have yet to see in baseball right now. I mean, in a while. I mean, they're just not the Astros necessarily because I know they lost, but the Rangers are just on another level right now. I mean, they're like us. Just have not lost and are just going and firing on all fucking cylinders, just going. Yeah. And nothing's off.
Like, they're pushing all the right buttons.
Like, they beat the crap out of the Rays. And I was like, dude, the Rays got this. I mean, I know the Rays aren't looking too hot, but I was like, oh, they got this. This isn't too bad. They just get swept. But
badly, by the way.
Badly.
Embarrassed.
In one of the worst ways I've seen. And then they go to Baltimore. And I'm like, okay, Baltimore's good, bro. They got this. Adley Rutschman, they're going to hold it down. Anthony Santander is going to do it. And they got swept at home. And in front of a tense Orioles crowd. I was like, oh, wow. So, and the fact that now it's a rivalry because it's going to be a Texas-Houston series, it's just like.
I've never seen that before.
I haven't either.
Not in baseball.
I think this is the first time it's happened. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
I mean, I really don't count at all Padres and Dodgers last year. That is the same state, but I don't count that at all. I don't think the Giants and Dodgers have met in the postseason.
Well, think about this, too, though. The Rangers...
Recently.
Not the Rangers. The Rangers have always been in the AL. The Astros have not always been in the AL. They used to be in the NL. So I think this is the first time ever.
In the postseason,
yes.
Right? And this is when, like, it's not like a wild card game where, it's
the
not the NL.
This is the ALC.
It's not the division series. This is for the fucking pennant.
Yeah, you go for the World Series after that.
Like,
this is a big
you
deal.
thought your previous champagne showers were cool? No.
Wait for
this
this
one is gonna, turn your stepdad gay for a minute. That's how crazy it is.
I've been in those championship when I was in the independent league, and it's intense.
Yeah.
It's fun as fuck, though.
Yeah, I remember you texting me last year when you guys were, it was about a year ago today almost, I don't know if it was exactly today, but it was like a year ago today.
No, it was a year ago last month.
Last month?
Yeah, it was last month.
And you guys were going crazy. You guys were sending me videos and
oh yeah,
just you guys were drenched and you were like, I am not looking forward to cleaning this stuff. And
yeah.
I was like,
oh yeah. There's nothing like getting I mean, I have a video of it, and when we get better technology and we figured this out a little bit better, I'll be able to show it on the screen because I had people take videos. I'm the jackass with my hat on, and rule one is you'd always take your hat off. And this is the independent league, so obviously when you're in the independent league, you don't get the nice new era goggles that all those guys get up in the big league. You have to earn that. So, we champagne shower with nothing. No goggles, no nothing. You're just out there. And the video is me. I'm just sitting there doing this, and we all do it, and you see me immediately, start throwing my beer, and then the champagne drills me.
ugh.
And immediately, as soon as the champagne hits me, I turn around, and I'm like, ugh. I'm like, ow, I can't see. It's burning. No. Our manager's laughing at me, and he's like, welcome to the club. I'm like, this is great.
That's awesome.
Great. Those are great nights. Those are sad. I can only imagine how it is, in an MLB-style locker room. It must be crazy.
Must be crazier.
Because, I couldn't imagine being a Diamondbacks player and being like, hey, let's go out to the fucking pool. And they're serious. And they just run out there. And they just go from champagne showers in the clubhouse to just going and diving into the pool.
That's incredible. Dude, I was lucky enough. I got to watch them do that as a team. They jumped in the pool. I'm like, bro, that's got like a bunch of your bros just accomplishing something that hasn't been done.
You've grinded all year for this. And you got it.
Mid-February when you're reporting to camp until the middle of October.
Crazy.
It's perfect. And then you guys got all this you got to deal with. Injuries, maybe you trade a guy or you trade for a guy or you cut a guy. We cut Nick Ahmed, dude.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like for him right now.
How fucking... Dude, I feel bad for him.
Honestly, I do.
He deserves to be there. You told me that sometimes they, bring players into the dugout just to, hang out. They won't have a jersey, but, they'll give him a hat and a hoodie or something.
I think we need to do that for Nick.
They should do that. They should
not
do that.
sign him, but kind of low key sign him and just stick him in there.
Yeah, just be like, dude, fucking.
Well, I mean,
sit in the dugout, eat some seeds, hang out with the boys. We'll give you a ring if we win.
Because as much as we shit on Nick Ahmed, he's been there through all of it.
Literally, as much as I hated how long he was there because I always thought we can do better. He was the longest tenured Diamondback ever.
He was there through the days.
He was there for 10 years.
Horrible.
He was there for 10 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, so, I agree. I definitely think he should at least be in the dugout. Obviously, don't give him that bat.
I don't know if he is. Maybe he's in... I haven't
I'm sure he's in a
been to a
suite
game,
or something.
But I wouldn't be shocked if he was in a suite or not.
I'd let him go in the dugout, though, man. If I'm the GM or somebody, I'm just like, dude, put your pants back on, throw a hoodie on, and just go hang out with the guys. You know what I mean? Celebrate with them. This isn't your team anymore, but, these are still your guys.
Literally, he got cut 2-3 weeks ago.
Right before all this happened.
Yeah. And it's not like the guy that replaced him, Lawler's, been next level.
He's just been a pinch runner.
He's just been a pinch runner, which, he's faster than Nick Ahmed.
Which is fine, because we need that.
But, God, dude, I feel bad for Nick, dude.
It's part of the business, unfortunately,
That's
the shitty part.
That's one of those that when it happened, I was like, it was time, but it was like, fuck.
Dude, I can tell you right now, I can only imagine what it was like in that clubhouse, but going through a trade, obviously I've never been traded, but I've watched it, or guys getting cut.
Oh my god.
It sucks, especially when it's somebody you like. I'll give you examples. So my buddy Eric, who I think you've met, he's with the Angels. He's in the Angel organization. He was with me last year in Schaumburg, and he got traded back to Mexico during the middle of our season, and he was killing it for us. I was like, yes. And he got traded, and it was just like,
Did he get traded to a different independent league?
No, he went to the Mexican Professional Baseball League after that.
So it was like an upgrade.
Yeah, so that team he was with actually ended up winning the championship, which is pretty sweet.
All right, well, not bad.
But I mean, we were in the middle of we were pretty much in the middle of a playoff race, and I remember when he left, like I hugged him, and I was just like, damn, it's amazing. You were talking about earlier the friendships you build doing that, because like he left, and I was like, damn, bro, like I might not ever see that guy again. Obviously, fate would have a different hand, but I mean, it's the same thing where it's hard. Like I remember one of our other pitchers got traded. I mean, he was there when they won the championship a year before I even came in there. And I remember just like, saying bye to him, and he's I'm not going to call him out obviously, but he was emotional. It was a big deal. A lot of guys who have been around him enough were just like, fuck, man, I don't want him to go, even though it's part of the deal. And it's just like, fuck. So I can only imagine what it was like from Nick Ahmed and the guys when he left, because obviously I saw pictures and videos of him, having tears running down his face. I'm like, dude, I've watched it. Obviously not on that level before, but I've watched it in the smaller ways, and it sucks ass.
Yeah,
it sucks so much ass.
I mean, for regular, I don't want to say regular people, but for the 9-to-5ers out there, technically that's us, but. For the 9-to-5ers out there, that's like seeing your favorite coworker, retire or, move on to another job after they've been there for like, however many years.
Or you can go back to high school, and even when your buddies you played sports with moved to another school.
Oh, yeah.
Or they transferred out to another school. They moved to another state right in the middle of the year. And you're just like, I
did that.
Yeah, I didn't.
You did middle school.
I did in elementary school.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's the same thing. It's that hurt. It feels like a death, because that, like, really right after they leave, because you still have a game to play that day. Both times. When Eric left and when the other guy left. I mean, we had a game to play that day. We were getting ready for it. And it felt like someone died in the clubhouse. It was quiet, just kind of, obviously no one was crying, no one's getting emotional, but it was just like, how dudes are. We're just like, we'll just sit there and be silent and not talk about it. And that's pretty much how it was.
That sucked.
It's horrible.
Frick.
But, I'm sure they'll give Nick something. They can't not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he might, he's probably there. He might be sitting in, like, the family section or something. I don't know. I'm not but
regardless,
there. But I hope he's involved somehow.
I mean, regardless if he
wants to be. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he's salty. I don't think he is, but I don't have connections to the team. Everything I say, I'm talking out of my ass. So don't ever take me seriously unless I say I have connections.
The stories I say are true too, by the way.
He has connections. Schaumburg and somewhere over.
I will say this too, though. I mean, I wish Nick Ahmed could have been like our Ben Zobrist.
Yeah, man.
Because that's what I wanted him to be, the old guy.
That's why we got mad. Not mad, but that's why we would get upset at him. Is because we're like, dude, you're so good on defense.
You just can't hit.
Can you be like a 240 hitter instead of a 200 hitter? You know what I mean?
That's why I want him to be Ben Zobrist so bad, dude, because he could have been that. I mean, that's kind of what Longo is right now for us.
Yeah, without Longo, these boys wouldn't do anything.
No.
I don't want to say that, but they
you need a old veteran in that clubhouse.
Especially playoff,
You need a guy who's done there and who's been there and done that. You need that. I've always said this. You've always need the veteran presence in the clubhouse. It's so fucking important for younger guys to see who have never been there before with guys who have. It's such a big deal. Because you're just like, okay, you go into the game and you're like, all right, I'm nervous, but you look at the guy like Longo and he's not nervous. He's like, what?
He's like,
Longo's been to the World Series. I know we lost.
He's like, I carried the Rays to a World Series when I was 22.
He's like, this doesn't bother me. It's like, whatever, And it makes everybody else around you just better. The classic saying, iron sharpens iron.
Does it?
It does.
I'm not around iron that often, so I was asking, but I trust you. Dude, let's take a quick break from sports to tell you about our one and only sponsor.
Oh,
for
dude.
now.
Zach.
Shout out to Zach. Big plans in the future with the homie. You want to visit his Etsy shop, and his shop is called etsy.com/shop/ZF And when you get there, you're going to go to the area where you're going to find a decal you like, or you're going to create your own, and you're going to select a color and a size, and there's a couple different sizes, a million different colors. I'm not exaggerating. There's precisely 1,692,043 different colors.
That's lit.
Last time I said there was a billion different color options, he was like, "Dude, stop telling people that."
Oh, dude, look.
He's like, "There's not that many options."
Here, I'm gonna pull up the sticker that he just made for us that I'm probably gonna throw on my truck, and that Macy's probably gonna put on his laptop. Look at this color, real quick.
Yeah. No, but for real, I think there's over 40 colors to choose from. And you can have him print whatever you want to print, get a little decal, and there you can see I asked him to print out a new logo color for us, and the words I used to describe that color were dehydrated piss orange. And he nailed that. Spot on. So, shouts out to Zach. And you can do anything with these decals. You know, like Joey said, you could put them on your car, put them on my laptop, put them on your mom's back when she's sleeping.
You could put on a street pole or something.
Give it to a homeless guy. Tell him it's food. He'll eat it.
Great decals, quality. You're gonna love them.
Oh, yeah. ZF decals.
Don't be afraid to stick them anywhere. We mean anywhere.
Especially
Get the word out.
Especially like public buildings where they say no loitering and stuff. They really like public Tinkles logo there.
Dude, switching from sports, because I think we've hit the nail on the head there, and I'm sure the people who hate sports are just like, talk about something else.
Yeah, we've been doing that for about a quick update in Philly, 3-1, top of the 7th, Phillies lead.
Sounds about right.
But the Braves are threatening. Runners on first and second. Oh, hey, our favorite player hit a home run. Oh, he had 2 home runs.
Ew.
Something bad really happened today.
Short?
Nick Castellanos hit 2 home runs.
Oh, no.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. We're at the 30-minute mark.
Dude, I had to give a best man speech to my dad last week at his wedding.
Oh, Philly P got married?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Mr. Panek.
Yeah, it was a lot more emotional than I thought it was going to be. Like, I didn't cry or anything, but I was just amazed at, like, how much it meant to, like, other people,
Yeah.
Like, talking in front of a lot of people and having to share your feelings, it's hard. Especially, like, the deep ones where you don't really like to go to because you think it'll make you look fruity. Little Fruit Loop,
Yeah.
I don't want to look like a Fruit Loop, but I had to.
Well, I mean, you got to embrace it. There you go.
But, it was cool, though. Like, her side of the family's all really, really cool, and all their friends were really dope. But it was really cool because, I felt like it was just him and I for just a couple seconds, even though it wasn't. But, I did well enough when I go back and a lot of my aunts are crying. And I'm like, they're all emotional and shit. And I'm just like, oh, it's
Happy
okay.
crying. Happy crying.
Yeah, it's all happy crying. It's not sad crying.
Yeah. Joey went up there and he's like, Dad, I hate you. No.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No, I want to give a shout out to my dad and Carly. Love you guys. And Jax, obviously. But yeah, man, that stuff's wild.
Yeah, dude.
But can you believe that it's actually starting kind of to get cooler outside?
Dude, I was talking to the security guard today, and I mentioned it, and he's like, it's going to get hotter on the weekend. I'm like, can you just not have a shit attitude right now? The fuck is wrong with you?
Can you just enjoy what you have, please?
Yeah, like a normal human in that conversation would have been like, oh, yeah, it's nice today. But he's just like, it's going to suck in 2 days. I'm like,
you're like, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You've clearly never gotten laid before. Thank you.
That wasn't my thought, but
That should have been your thought because that was my first thought. I'm like, all right, this guy clearly has never seen a vagina.
No, my first thought was maybe he had just seen like some, because I work in hospitals, so I thought he had seen some wild shit. And it ruined his day.
Clearly. Holy moly.
I went to this one hospital pretty recently, and I was talking to a security guard, and he was like, it doesn't matter which hospital I work at. There's just always a bunch of drugged out people and out of their minds coming in the emergency room. And I'm like, are they on Trank yet? And he's like, what's Trank? And I'm like, it's this drug.
Tranquilizer.
I wish I can do that impersonation of that Bill Hader character, the Stefan.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it.
Even though Bill Hader can't keep a straight face for shit.
That's what I like about him. I do like Bill Hader's SNL characters. He cannot keep a straight face. That would be me. Like I would just be up there just cracking wise. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, dude, Trank. I don't know what this drug is, but that's the street name, obviously. And all these people in Philadelphia, they like turn into just zombies. Like they'll take it and then they just stand there, like it'll stand there for like hours. And that's why I shit on Philadelphia, is because they welcome that type of stuff, extracurricular stuff. But hey, here's the Phillies. Watch them play. Be distracted. Don't watch that. It's like sweeping diarrhea under a rug and hoping it won't smell anymore.
Or it won't stain. But guess what?
Goes right to the top.
It will. So, something new. Macy got a hat.
I'm wearing a hat because I couldn't find my D-backs jersey, so I broke out a hat.
For the first time ever on Public Tinkles, you will see Macy with a fucking hat on. Unless you're listening to this somewhere else that's not YouTube, Macy has a fucking hat on.
Yeah, and I'll describe the hat for the audio only. It is a throwback Diamondbacks World Series 2001 road hat, the black one with the snake.
We lost a lot of games in that fucking hat.
I think we lost every road game in that.
We did. Great job, Bung Young Kim. Thank you.
Well,
but good thing we got the ship
thank
anyway.
God for Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, and
Luis
Gonzo,
Gonzalez.
because without those three, there would be no Diamondbacks World Series. Shout out to Tony Womack, Mark Grace, Craig Hounsell, and
Dave Bautista for scoring the run.
Denny Bautista. I think David DeLucci laid down a sack bunt that he got thrown out at first at. Damian Miller, too.
No, that was Damian Miller got thrown out first. No, that was Jay Bell. No, Jay Bell got thrown out
Jay Bell scored the run. Bell scored the winning run.
It's true. Yeah, it was DeLucci.
It
was DeLucci.
It was DeLucci.
No, DeLucci was just a pinch runner. Remember, because he... Yeah, it was Dave DeLucci, because DeLucci almost broke Derek Jeter's ankle that game. Because he slid into him.
Hilarious.
You watched...
Hilarious.
When that actually happened, my dad screamed. He was like, he almost fucking broke Jeter's foot. He's like, look, I fucking went back that way. Oh, my God.
He might have been playing with some broken bones in that last couple of minutes.
Probably.
Dude.
Good thing the infield was in.
2 games in Chase Field history I wish I was at. This Game 7, obviously, and last night. The 3 home runs back-to-back. Well, not back-to-back-to-back, but 3 home runs in the same inning.
4.
Did I say 3?
Yeah, 4.
Christ.
4. Quadro.
Go over there. There you go.
I mean, that... Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much today's show. It's just pretty much amazing of just how the Diamondbacks are doing. I mean, this is...
We didn't see it coming, folks, especially me. I am a huge pessimist when it comes to my own favorite teams, and boy, did they prove me wrong, and I'm glad they did. I love them very much.
So with that, we would like to announce to you that on Monday, when the Diamondbacks play again, we, meaning me and Macy and VT over here, are going to be streaming the games on Twitch. We are going to get live reactions from the fellas. Come interact with us. Come talk to us. Don't swat us.
Dude.
Just, the normal things. Don't be a dick. The cool stuff. And
feel free to tip us, too.
Yeah, it's just watch us freak out. Because, you think Suns games are going to get gnarly? Just wait till the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
That's when him and I will just be at our, highest as far as, anxiety and everything else goes. It's going to be wild.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal last night, and right around the 7th inning, me and him looked at each other and we're like, we should have live streamed this. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to do that. Technology sucks. I don't know. And then I found this video of this other I think they're local. I don't know if they're here, but it's a pretty popular sports podcast called I think it's, oh man, John Boy does it.
Oh yeah, John Boy Media.
Yeah. I think it's called like Talking Snakes or something.
I'll look
I
because you sent it to me.
I did send. I don't know what their pod name is, but it's I love their channel. I love John Boy, and they're also D-backs fans. And if they're local, I'd love to have them on one day, and I'd love to be on theirs. But
Yeah, it's just talking baseball.
oh, Talking Baseball, great name. Yeah, I just see their clips online, and I always like them and favorite them, and send them out to you.
Good guys.
Good eggs, and definitely an inspiration for us to live stream and all that good jazz.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, do you want to say any? Yeah, no, I can't do the timer anymore. This is going to be a short podcast today.
It was basically just emergency podcast on the D-backs. Go D-backs. Don't be a dick. Be nicer to people out there, man, especially with what's going on out in today's world, man. Just be nicer.
We're not going to voice political opinions.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
But,
Unless you're Macy when you're pissed off.
Yeah.
But, don't be a dick. Be nice. You know what I mean? It goes a long way.
World peace is a lot better than world violence.
I know violence solves problems, but still, don't be a dick. We love you. PT forever. Adios.